Hey, what up? This your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Of course, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and also hit that bell while you're here. I know I've been talking about this for the past 3 months, but I'm finally making this video. As you guys can see, I'm making a video about how I got my visa and my cedula in Colombia. So I'm gonna go over the full process that I actually took. So to get started, the first thing you need to figure out is which type of visa do you qualify for, or which one you want to obtain. So there's 3 different categories, which are V, which is for visitor, M for migrant, and R for residence. So you need to figure out which one do you qualify for, which one are you going to try to go for. So if you look at here, I'm going to go over the M type visa, which is the migrant workers. Of course, you know, the V is for visitors, that's for visitors as well as students. But if you look at here for the types of visas for the M, the first one is marriage. You also have refugees for work, investments, expertise, religion reasons, and things of that nature. So these are all categories of the M type visa. The one that I actually went for was the marriage visa. And that process was pretty interesting in itself. So for me, I went with the migrant, of course, because I got married. I got married a year ago prior to me going after my actual visa. And basically, there's several items that you need to obtain so you can get this visa. Of course, you know, marriage and the documentation from your marriage and everything. But I wanted to tell you guys, I actually used a service. I didn't do it all on my own. When I got married, I did that on my own, that process, and it was nerve-wracking. It was a lot of stuff I had to do, and I was like, forget it. So for me to get this visa, I decided to go pay somebody to help me out this time because I didn't feel like dealing with all the stuff that I had to deal with for Colombia and their rules and stipulations and things of that nature. So I went with Langon Colombia. Langon Colombia, great firm. I highly suggest you guys look them up. They not only do they take care of visas, they take care of several things from their website. You know, I think that I may use their services for other things as well. So you may want to look up their website, check it out. They have a lot of services. But I have a note here of all of the things that I needed that I went through. And also to add that Langon Colombia, they have 2 locations. One location is in Medellin and the other one is in New York City. So what I needed was basically I reached out to them and told them that the type of visa that I was interested in, and they were like, fine, no problem. So they gave me an intake form. So the intake form basically had all my information, personal information, like my name, my address, my passport information, you know, like your ID number and all that stuff. So I started off the process with that. Then you pay them a little bit of money. So after they look at the intake form, make sure everything is fine. So then they request additional documents. So these are the documents that you will need. Like I said before, the personal information, your passport number, phone number, the marriage license, a scanned copy of your passport, which is with your picture. Also, they want to get a copy of the stamps of you going into Colombia. They also want a 3x4 photo of yourself, just like as if you're taking a passport picture. A copy of your partner's cedula. They want the front and back of it, not just the front of it. They also want screenshots of your WhatsApp messages to make sure that your relationship with the other person is legit. They also want to get your 3 months paychecks history, the last 3 paychecks. They also want your last 3 paychecks. Also, at the end, they also ask for health insurance. So after you give them all of that information that they need, the last thing is the questionnaire form that you got to fill out, and then they also use this document to send to Colombia for requests for your visa. And one thing you gotta know is that you need to know your blood type. For me, I forgot what was my blood type because, you know, in America, that's not something that you really need to know all the time because, you know, you have that information, you know, in your health records. Well, one way, if you're someone that was just like me that doesn't know, what you could do is you could go to Red Cross and you could actually donate blood and they will give you all your information about your blood. Even they'll tell you if you have COVID antibodies as well, but they will tell you your blood type. And that's what I did, which actually worked out best for me. I also purchased one of those free home kits that you could use. I think I got it from Amazon or somewhere like that. I don't recall. However, I used that and it actually gave me the accurate results. But I wanted to be sure, so that's why I went to Red Cross to have it done. You can also go to your physician to have it done, but some physicians, they may charge you for it. I know mine was going to charge me for just to draw my blood and to find my blood type. So that's what I had to do prior to them submitting it in. So after they submitted my documentation to Colombia, let's say, for example, they submitted it in like at 6 o'clock at night. I got a confirmation at 2 a.m. telling me that my visa has been approved. So from this point, once your visa gets approved, you know, you got to rush down to Colombia. This is if you're doing it from, you know, from the United States. I had to rush down to Colombia within 14 days. I had to meet I actually had to schedule an appointment to meet with immigration of Colombia. So when you meet with immigration, there's several locations you go to. Mine was in Laurales. I talked to someone else and they told me that their interview was like somewhere far out. I had never even heard of the location where it was at, but for me, mine was very close with Laurales. So you get there, they take your fingerprint as well as take a picture. They ask you several questions. You got to pay a fee. I forgot what the fee was. I think it was roughly about maybe $50 to $80 or so. And then after that's completed, you have to wait about 10 days before your cedula gets delivered to that same immigration place you went to where you got your fingerprint taken and picture taken. So at that point, that's how I got my cedula and my visa. So my cedula is very important in Colombia. Your cedula is kind of like your credit, score, so many words. You know, with that, you can open up bank accounts, although you can do it without a cedula, but it holds more weight if you have your cedula. Also, your cedula helps you, let's say, for example, if the police stops you while you're driving in the Uber, well, what happens is that you go front off and say that you know this person, he's family or whatever, and when they see your cedula, oh, they leave you alone. That actually happened to me. Right after I got my cedula, the same day, police pulled us over, and the Uber driver was sweating, like he was like scared in so many words. And when the police got to me asking me questions, and he wanted my ID, I gave him my cedula. He was like, oh, okay, go ahead, everything good. So it's interesting how things work out when you have your cedula. And like I said, the biggest thing is that, you're able to do more things. You can open up more accounts, you build up line of credit, and you're able to do, purchase property and all of that stuff. So one thing I don't want to neglect to tell you guys that the services that I use with Langon Colombia cost me roughly about $585, give or take. They have services that they can do everything for you. And one of the benefit that since I did it during the pandemic, I didn't have to go to the embassy here in Chicago to get my passport stamped. They just send it to me electronically, and I'm just using the actual paper copy of my visa whenever I enter into Colombia. The only thing is that I find pretty strange the fact that with me having my visa as well as having a cedula is that whenever I enter into Colombia, they don't care about my cedula. They want to see my visa. That's the most important thing that they look for. And after that, everything is fine. I use my cedula while I'm there. So for me, with my type of visa, I have to have it for 2 consecutive years, and after that, I can apply for dual citizenships. So once I am able to, I have 1 more year, and then I'll be able to apply for that, and that's what I'm looking to do, because I definitely want a Colombian passport. I'm looking to live in Colombia. That's my biggest goal that I'm looking to do. Hopefully I can make that happen in the next 5 to 8 years. But that's basically the steps that I took to get my visa and cedula in Colombia. It's a quick process if you being American, but hey, I got it done. Well, Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a comment below if you have any questions regarding how to get your visa and your cedula. And again, this is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD. Thanks again for checking out another one of my videos. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.